Hey, what's up, everybody? Gunline. We got a fire mission coming down. I'm your host, Lopez, and you're listening to the On the Gunline podcast, where we shoot the shit like we did in the field in between fire missions or on our fucking downtime. As always, with me, I got my co-host Lee Hunt. What's going on,
Gang,
Big
gang,
Pimpin'?
gang, gang.
Gang. And missing in action still is Urena. He's doing his educational stuff, got it. But we were able to shoot the shit with him last week, which I got a lot of fucking feedback from that shit. But that's nor here nor there, and it's cool, man. But we're not going to talk about that right now. We'll talk about that later on, man. How you doing today, man?
Man, it's one of them days, man. Kind of struggling. I actually made an announcement to y'all, to you and OK Wall.
Yeah,
I
you
was
did.
decided to stop drinking, and today is day one, and it has been very challenging.
Dude.
Not gonna lie.
It is when it becomes a habit, it becomes part of almost your persona, you know what I'm saying? So if you don't mind sharing and let the listeners know out there what got you to this point where you were like, you know what, I need to pump the brakes a bit on this fucking alcohol.
Yeah, well, the main thing is like I said, man. Like it's been. I've understand that my drinking has been out of control, man. Like there's times that I will literally just go. First of all, if you start buying beer or even liquor early in the morning, it's definitely a clear sign that you might have a problem. But I'm not here to judge because I'm saying I did shit too, right? That's how I'm like noticing, like, man, I might have a problem. Shit's getting out of control. But yeah, so like I would get these the little kegs, the pony kegs, like from HEB, and it was supposed to keep them refrigerized, supposed to have them refrigerized for 12 hours before you use it, right? Yeah, refrigerized. Yeah, refrigerated. Supposed to have it in the supposed to have it in the refrigerator for at least 10 hours before you start tapping and drinking.
Word.
And so it literally got to the point to where I was drinking one of those a fucking day, like by myself, man. And it was like it just didn't even taste like beer anymore to me, really, man. Like I would literally sit up and just drink and drink and drink, and I'm like, I can't even feel fucking buzzed at this point.
Damn.
Like, yeah, it was that bad. And I know there's people out there, oh, it's just a fucking little keg or whatever. Like, I got it, man. Listen, but if you can drink more than you do, hey, shout out to you. But like, I noticed that I had to step back. Like, it's time for me to stop.
Yeah, man. I mean, and there's a lot of cats out there that, sometimes they don't figure that one out till it's too late. They start getting fucking liver issues, kidney issues. You know what I'm saying? If it becomes part of your day, if you become like a functioning alcoholic, you might have a problem. Now, again, I'm not here to judge. You know what I'm saying? I was in that same motherfucking boat as well. So, I mean, thank God, I was able to fucking, completely cut it out of my life, 3 years ago. Not under the greatest circumstances, but, it took an event like that to make me realize, you know what, Danny, you might need to pump it a bit. And it wasn't, like I was an alcoholic. I still don't consider myself an alcoholic because it's not like I fiend for it, like I needed it, like my body was calling for it. It wasn't like that. It was more along the lines of like I was a shitty drunk. And anytime I ever made any fucking big mistakes that were fucked up in my life, alcohol had something to do with it. First Article 15 in my fucking military career. Yeah. 2006 Baghdad, getting fucked up on moonshine. You know what I'm saying? So, and then, just long story short, alcohol was fucking me up, man. Now, do you suppose you were taking alcohol? I'm not playing psychologist or Dr. Phil here, but do you think you were, there's a, like, what was the underlying reasoning for drinking? Do you know, or do you have any idea?
Like, I really don't know, man. And like I said, it was to the point to where, like, luckily, like, I'm self-aware enough to know that, like, this is really starting to get an issue. And like, I'm not ashamed to get help or say, listen, or take a knee and be like, hey, listen, I need help with this problem. Or even admit that this is starting to become a problem and I need to check myself.
Right.
But it's like you were saying, man, it was to the point to where it literally was like 10 o'clock in the morning, I'd start drinking. Damn. Like straight up. Matter of fact, let me backtrack that. If I had to go to the store, or say I want to go to Rose's or something, when they start serving their fajitas at 10:30 in the morning, you know what I'm saying? I would literally 10:30 go get my fajitas, come back, and start drinking.
God damn. You know, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, that was me on my days off, on the weekends. You know, I get myself a 40. I was the type of motherfucker that I would drink 40s, 40 ounce of MGD all day, every day to the day I die. You know, I love drinking me my 40s of MGD. That was my shit.
Yeah.
You know, and but there were times, you know, when I'll get bougie, I'll go fucking buy me some Heinekens, and I
Yeah.
will get me that little fucking keg you're talking about. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I would just finish that shit. I didn't wait no 10 hours. I got it straight from the store, put it right in my fridge, tap that bitch. Let's drink. You know what I'm saying? When I say let's drink, I mean, I was by myself, you know? So yeah, man, I could definitely feel you on that. It for me, you know, it took me a while to self-identifying what my issues were. You know, I was drinking to feel/escape. But dude, you know, leaders out there, if you notice that your Joes are doing that shit a little bit too much, because I mean, get it. Part of the culture in military is drinking. That's just
Yeah.
it comes with it. You know what I'm saying?
Comes with barracks life.
Yeah, it really, really does. You know, but I mean, our the leadership, the NCOs need to make sure that they're fucking keeping an eye on their Joes too, making sure that they don't have a problem. And if so, send their asses to motherfucking what's that shit called now?
Such C now.
Shit.
Yeah, man. Like you brought up a very good point, man. Yeah, I went blank. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just like, damn, so that's that good point, Adam.
Yeah.
It's all good, man. But I mean, you know, that brings me to my first topic I wanted to talk about today, bro. It is um are NCOs really taking care of their soldiers, you know, like NCOs did when we were young fucking, you know, young privates, even buck sergeants, you know, our NCOs looked out for us, I think. So fucking so I think that where am I going with this? I got distracted for
Yeah, I know, right?
so this motherfucker. So no, I want to go back to this thing that I saw on the not on TikTok. I saw it on US Army What the Fuck Moment. I think I saw it on it was on IG. I was looking at it, man, and it turns out that there was a unit that was out in the fucking an NTC rotation.
Mhm.
And apparently some Joe caught a fucking a Red Cross message.
Mm.
And then apparently the leadership denied that shit, said
Trash.
negative, you know. And the worst part is, I mean, it's not like this motherfucker was in the box, you know. This motherfucker, they had called index already. Yeah. I mean, according to what I saw on that text, I don't know how true it is. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm not putting no units out or anything like that. But according to the that website, What the Fuck Moments, um, the kid had gotten a Red Cross message, and the higher ups denied it after index. And you know, it makes me think, bro, like what the fuck are they thinking? You know what I'm saying? I get it. You're in the military, and there's shit that you can come back from, there's shit you can't come back from. I don't know what the whole purpose of or the reasoning behind the Red Cross message was. Was it a fucking close family? Was it you know, was it a what's it called? Immediate family? You know how they
Yeah.
fucking make those distinctions, right?
Yeah, I think they didn't they I think they even included grandma in that. Like I'm 100% positive because I've had a Red Cross message when my grandmother was still alive, and I actually got extended. This was back in early 2017 before she passed.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I actually got extended on that. So like, damn man, it sucks. like one soldier is not going to stop a show. If that one soldier is going to stop your unit, then every leader in there has failed. They failed to train their soldiers, their subordinates.
Well,
If it's dependent on one soldier, they failed completely.
I can't go that far, but I'll say that, you know, if it was index already, bro, you ain't doing shit during that time. You know what I'm saying? Send the motherfucker back home. There's no purpose. Go ahead, man.
No, I'm saying even if it wasn't index. So say they're in the box, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you mean to tell me somebody that's working up in the shit, what is that shit called? The CP? They're all the same MOSs. They could have fucking went down there and handled that shit, and that motherfucker could have left.
Yeah. I mean, again, I don't know because there's a lot behind when you get a Red Cross message. You know what I'm saying? Just because you get a Red Cross message doesn't mean you're going to automatically get it fucking approved. It's all dependent on the relationship and like the how close a person is to dying or death, all of that comes into play. So I think that maybe some due diligence needs to get done before putting shit out like that, and then add more to the story. I don't know enough of it. I think it's fucked up. It is, as a soldier, somebody that was a soldier, I know that I tried my best to take care of my Joes. There was one field problem where my RTO, Warren, we were out in the field. His old lady was pregnant, and she was a couple of months before delivering, right? Big enough to have a bump, you know what I'm saying? Baby up in there kicking and moving all the way around and all that good shit. Well, I ended up getting a message because he called his old lady. He had talked to his old lady. His old lady told him that he was going to the fucking emergency room. She went to the emergency room. Come to find out that the baby had twisted around. And I'm not sure of I can't remember the exact details. Warren, if you're listening to this, remind me. But anyways, we didn't really need him out there. An RTO is easy to fuck. It's a quick fix. You know what I'm saying? That's a quick fucking fix.
Anybody can do that shit.
Right. So, I mean, I'll fuck around, I can take them, I can repeat shit that's coming out the bitch box. You know what I'm saying?
Got the mic right here and you
You know what
I mean? Shit.
And that's what tripped me out. Like, so I remember I went up to my smoke at the time or my first sergeant at the time, and I told them about what was going on, and they try to give me a little bit of pushback, like, no. And I'm like, his fucking wife is in the ER right now. That child has a possibility of, the pregnancy would have had a possibility of termination. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I put my ass on the line. I put my head out there on the chopping block because that's what you do for your fucking soldier. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And fuck, at the end of the day, they were able to approve him, and they sent his ass back with the chow run, and he went to go take care of his old lady. You know what I'm saying? That's the way you're supposed to do it. Go ahead.
I fought your first sergeant because fuck that commander. The commander, they're not giving that first sergeant should have been the one telling that commander, hey, this fucking Joe is fucking leaving right the fuck now.
Right.
The mother is in the hospital, just had to go to the emergency room because of this, something's wrong with the baby. First sergeant should have been like, hey, get your ass in this fucking Humvee, let's fucking go.
Right.
Hey, Sergeant Major, hey, I got private so-and-so coming out the field. His wife is in the emergency room. There's issue with the baby. Roger, first sergeant, tracking.
And if it was the first sergeant, I believe it was, because I don't recall exactly which one it was, but I believe it was the second first sergeant, who was a piece of shit anyway, and ends up fucking he ends up fucking somebody's wife in the unit and knocking her up. But that's another story for another day. Yeah, that's how much of a great fucking
another smoke section,
bro. That motherfucker. He was a fucking garbage piece of shit. Trash. But it makes me wonder, like, are these NCOs actually taking care of their fucking soldiers? Not only that, are they going up to bat for them? There's a difference between, I don't know. I'm not in anymore. But from what I see, there should have been a motherfucker in there, like, hey, we got to get this going. I don't give a fuck. That's why motherfuckers go AWOL out the field. You know what I'm saying? Yes. That ain't that hard to do.
That's why I don't know how much you look on TikTok. That's why you see a lot of these soldiers on here just complaining about shit. And it's unfortunate. Like I said, man, and I know you're a VB, but like, yeah, but it's not really that, man. Like I told, kind of circling back, like I said, man, there's things that I believe should change. There's things that I believe shouldn't. Discipline wise, no, I think it should be discipline. And like you keep saying, those leaders need to be leaders, and they need to make sure those soldiers are looked out for. When soldiers are looked out for, your retention rate is going to go up. Plain and simple, because you know what they're going to be like? They're going to yearn for that same thing that you gave them. They're going to be like, yo, Sergeant Lopez, man, I remember this shit happened and maybe changed my whole outlook on staying in the Army.
Did you have any incidents where you had to stand up or fight for one of your Joes and shit?
Man, you know what's crazy? There's a couple times, and vaguely, I don't remember some of them. There's a funny one that I do remember. As a soldier, right? This soldier, we had just got back from our last deployment. He was trying to do something with his car up here at Ford Automax. They were fucking him over. I sent my sergeant E5 to go deal with this shit. I'm like, hey man, throw that E5 rank around. You know what I'm saying? Go up there, throw that E5 rank around. They come back and they're like, they're not listening to me, man. They keep giving me the runaround. I said, oh, they are? I said, okay. I was like, Habib, no lie, this is Joker's last name, Habib.
I was about to say, damn.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Usually I'm the one with those racial last terms.
But yeah, this is literally his last name. I was like, yo, hey, come get in my car.
Right.
Went to motherfucking Ford Automax. I was like, yo, let me speak to I want to speak to the manager. What do they fucking do? They bring out the brother. They bring out the fucking brother, right? I was like, are you the manager? He was like, no, the manager's actually on the phone. I was like, okay, well, I don't want to fucking talk to you. I want to talk to the fucking manager. Y'all are fucking my soldier over. Like, he wants his fucking money. Give him his fucking money. Right? So they keep on going back and forth with me. I was like, you know what, man? I ain't got time for your shit. I was like, if this soldier does not have his money by the end of the day, I was like, I guarantee you the news is going to be up here and you're going to have to explain to them why your fucking soldier's over. Right? I was like, Habib, let's fucking go. We're back on post. Habib gets a call. They tell him to come get his fucking money.
Nice. That's what's up, man.
Man, I was with the act a fool. I was like, man, y'all got the wrong one. I will act a fool, man. I don't give a fuck.
I don't know if maybe a lot of NCOs when they got promoted, they didn't get that the authority or understood the authority that comes with that rank sometimes. I mean, I know when I got when I got that rocker, my head was a little heavy. You know, I didn't know how much I could, get away with and throw that shit around. You know what I'm saying?
Test that water a little bit.
Yeah, man. I was like a motherfucking bobblehead, just like,
Listen, man, the 277, man, we had great fucking NCOs.
Yes,
we did. And it's like I was saying, so one of my NCOs back in the day, Sergeant Hafala. Oh, Harry K. Great motherfucker, man. I love that dude to death, man. I was like, damn, man, between him, my Smoke Bowman, Gunny Bell, I was like, man, I this is what I want to be.
Word.
Like I want to be like y'all.
You emulated them, Yeah, man. And it's a trip because they were probably the ones that smoked the dog shit out of us when we did some fucked up shit, but it was out of love. Man, yeah, because I could, who I can see? I can see like a couple of people. Q, God rest his soul. Being like Pete. All right. I can definitely see Q being Pete. Oh shit.
Goddamn, who's that? Reem being like Natividad.
Motherfucking First Sergeant Reem, brother.
Yeah.
Congratulations to that dude. First Sergeant motherfucking Micah Hubbard, bro. You don't remember Hubbard?
Yeah. I remember him.
A first sergeant now too.
Yeah, he was over still at the same time I was.
I'm just tripping out these motherfucking names. I'm like, damn, wasn't a Hubbard one of the ones that got busted in the back of the fucking trunk coming through the gate?
Trunk monkey, But hey, man, you got to fuck up to go up. And I'm not saying they fucked up.
Nah.
It was just soldier shit.
It was dumb private shit. Yeah,
that's all the fuck it was. It was funny. I mean, no one got hurt.
Yep, exactly. Dude, I got another question. This brings me now to the next topic I wanted to discuss with you because I saw some other shit on there on the fucking Tickety Talk. Apparently, some team leaders and squad leaders, I guess that's the same equivalent as a section chief in an ATC, I'm guessing. Or ATC, we all know is bullshit. It's chief and gunner. But I'm guessing that's the equivalent to that, Anyways, apparently they had to go clean the barracks and the rooms and shit at some barracks building. Because the sergeant major went through and the motherfucker was unsat. So he, I guess, made the NCOs go and clean up those motherfucking rooms. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now, I saw a lot of shit on there. People talking like, oh, that's wrong, And then there was something about there like, oh, if I come back at 2 a.m. and it's unsat, I'm having 100% accountability. So to me, that just sounds like, okay, that's about standard data from when we were cooking privates or when we were coming up. Because here's the thing. I agree with making the section chiefs and the first line NCOs clean those fucking rooms for one fucking reason.
They didn't do the fucking checks.
Thank you.
They failed to do that.
Thank you.
So it's their fault.
How often did they go and check their fucking Joe's rooms? You know what I'm
saying?
Clearly
they didn't. They didn't check the rooms, the laundry rooms, none of that shit. And guess what? Since you didn't want to do it, now I have to make you do it. Since you didn't want to make them Joes do it, I'm gonna make you do the shit.
Yep. and
it
you're
is
going to
what it
show
is,
them the
man.
standard.
I did that at I did that at JRTC one time. I told the E5s, I was like, yo, man, make them soldiers get out there and police call. First sergeant, why is this police call done? You know what? Don't worry about it, first sergeant. I got it. All right, check this out. Now, you E5s are finna get out there and do that goddamn police call. Like, since y'all didn't want to fucking make them soldiers do it, since y'all were scared to fucking tell them, hey, let's go police call, and all you had to do was go ahead and supervise, pick you up a butt or two, and call it a day. But now, guess what? Now I'm finna supervise. I'm gonna pick up a butt or two and call it a fucking day and watch your ass get hot.
Exactly. And you got to lead from the front, Chief. You know what I'm saying? Lead from the front. And if you don't go out there and inspect your motherfucking Joe's rooms, are you really a fucking leader, or are you just in a position as a stripe wearer? You know what I mean?
Stripes.
Dude, I check. You don't even have to fucking make it a fucking inspection. All you got to do is go and fuck around and be like, hey, I'm gonna go check on my Joe, see how they doing after work. You know what I mean? Go check up on them, have a conversation with them, talk to them and shit, see what they doing after work. And while you're doing it, man, I'd be like, hey, man, you might want to clean up this motherfucking room. You know what I'm saying? This here is unsat, or you know what I'm saying? But I guess it goes back to when they started giving too much freedom in the bees as far as like how you can fucking maintain your room, where you could bring your own shit up in there. You don't have to make your bed like you used to.
What?
I'm saying.
Oh, you talking about as far as like, well, hold up. Motherfuckers ain't making their beds?
No, I'm just saying. Okay.
When you mean the hospital corners?
Yeah, when they're not making them like, I'm just saying. You take that discipline away, and what happens? And
that's the problem. Like, I think that they should be able to, it's your room. It's your living area. It should be, you should feel comfortable, right? Well,
it's not saying it's living area.
Well, yeah. You're just written. I think if you want to have like crazy shit on your wall, and it's not nothing too crazy, you can have it. If you want to have a nice little aftermarket bed set, have that shit. Just make sure it's made. Make sure your bed's made the fuck up. Make sure your shoes, and I was gonna sound crazy. Make sure that if they're under the bed, make sure they're just right dress.
That's too hard nowadays, bro. You're asking for too much standards now.
It's not that hard. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing, though. I mean, it all it takes is for one fuck up to fuck it up for everybody. You know what I mean? Why does the army make you fucking do such stupid shit? I got you, pimp. I got you. Oh, you got a call? Oh, my bad.
No. That wasn't a call. It was
we'll get on the tickety talk here in a little bit, just to let you all know. We're gonna get there. Let's enjoy the conversation. I get it. Okay, you want to go on at that time?
No, we got a few more minutes.
Yeah, brother. I still got a lot of topics I want to hit before we go on there, because I want us to be feeling the vibe. Flowing.
Yeah, nice and loose.
So just to let you all know, we're gonna start doing this segment with Hunt and his TikTok, where I'm not gonna go ham like I did last time to get him fucking but we would like to have your feedback. So if you want to go on there, it's gonna be on Tuesdays. It'll be at 7:45 p.m. that he's gonna go live Central Time, and you could join us there at King Virgo 82.
Yes,
at TikTok. You know what I'm saying? So right now we're gonna go on there in a few minutes, and we'll just do some conversation and. I'm just going with the refrigerizing that he was going with.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I think this is like the whole dress thing. And here's the thing too, right? So I had a soldier, his shoes weren't under his bed, but what he did, he decorated kind of like his wall where it had the shoe box.
Okay.
Like one shoe would be in the box, the other one would be on top of the box.
Right.
And so it's like, okay, your shoes are put up, it's nice. I understand it's not clutter. It's not a fucking clutter. You know what I'm saying? And he did have his PT shoes and his boots dress under his bed. So I was like, okay, this looks dope. Your bed's out, your room's straight. No, I had no argument.
Well, that's the thing, man. A lot of motherfucking kids out there, I call them kids because that's what they are. A lot of them, they just go to the room like it's a fucking conic slam right out to the field. Slam everything up in that room. Got fucking TA-50 all over the place, pizza boxes, and how ain't they embarrassed to try to bring a female over there? You know what I'm saying? Trying to get a little chon at night. Your room stank, bro. So it just, I don't know, just shit like that was tripping me the fuck out when I saw that, man. So I was just wanted to get your point of view, see what you thought about that. Is it wrong that Sergeant Major made those NCOs do that? What do you think?
No, I think that Sergeant Major was definitely right for it because he's teaching them a lesson.
Yep.
Like we've been saying, man, they failed to do this. They knew that was their job. that chief failed to make that team leader, his right-hand man, do those checks and report back to him, and then him do the spot checks. Just pick a random room, because like you have what, 6 to 8 guys in a section or whatever, soldiers. Okay, so hey chief, hey, the room's been checked. All right, well, cool, man. I'm finna just go do a spot check real quick. Check one fucking soldier, random soldier, because you just told me the shit was done. Fact. So now, if you lied to me, now I'm finna hem your ass up.
Oh, and that's a fact, because we can delegate what? We can delegate authority. But we can't delegate responsibility. The responsibility ultimately is us.
Yeah, so, to make sure them shits, because first song's gonna be, hey chief, why did this shit get done? Man, I told so and so to do it. That's what the fuck. Why didn't you go ahead and check on them? Why didn't you? I was like, oh god,
bro. After a field problem, all right, I had to go do my the dash fours. Is that what they were? The paperwork,
the record of fire.
Yeah, I had to go do those things. Right, take all my paperwork. Section, make sure y'all fix up my gun. This is Fort Stewart time in 1-9. I tell my gunner, hey, make sure this shit spot this. That they're gonna come and do a motherfucking walkthrough. The first aren't gonna come through, then the commander. They're both coming through in here. Make sure it's clean. I got you, chief. Don't worry about it. All right, man. I'm trusting you. I go away, go do my thing. Come back over. Hey, man, is it good? He's like, it's good, chief. I'm like, all right. Section 10. Hooray. So we go into the motherfucking gun. Tell me why I find a motherfucking spit bottle in one corner. I find another motherfucking bottle full of sunflower seeds. Primers, expended primers in another fucking corner in one of the ottoman trays. I'm like, motherfucker. My first sergeant's looking at me. You call this clean, Lopez? You call this clean, Lopez? Like, I got it, first sergeant. And they started grabbing all that shit, put it in my pocket. They were just small deficiencies, but they're deficiencies.
Yeah.
They're not small. You know what I'm saying? Not the first sergeant Neely. Old Melvin G. Neely, he didn't fucking play. So I grabbed all that shit, and I'll take care of it, first sergeant too easy. So we got out. My gunner at the time, he ended up cleaning up that motherfucking thing. And the other Joes just got to hang out in the front, since he wanted to go ahead and lie to me, because he probably took the Joe's word and didn't go behind him. But I get shit on. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I just remember that type of shit. And ever since then, I had to go back and fucking, I had to go and spot check him to make sure that shit was done right. But yeah, man. So real quick, before we go live on the TikToks, I do want to circle back real quick on some I put out earlier, like what they wanted us to talk about here on the Tickety Talk. So before we go on to the TikToks, on the fucking podcast. So before we go on there, Hunt, some of the listeners want to know, what the fuck do we think about the Russia-Ukraine incident that's going on? And what do we think of Biden's response? I'll let you go first.
All right, so I understand how people feel about Biden and everything. Honestly, I think that he's showing that he is standing with the UN and the European countries. Right now, you're saying, what is his response? One, they are moving people in. They were already there. Now they're just throwing their uniforms on. Right. The sanctions are one thing. Now we can't retaliate, with like bombs and this shit until if they start doing something. We can finish crippling their economy. We can cripple like his oligarchs. We can make it financially hard on them, right? As much as we want to. You see, Germany already was like, hey, fuck that Nord Stream 2. We're not fucking with y'all no more. You know what I'm saying? I just think that right now they're on path. If they keep moving and advancing, then yes.
I hate to say this, brother. I'll finish the thought right now. It kind of reminds me of the Obama red line. If you fuck, this is our red line, gassing your people. That red line was crossed, and we didn't do a motherfucking thing. So these motherfuckers, like yesterday, he showed up with his nonchalant, I don't give a fuck attitude, sat down, signed a blank piece of, yeah. That motherfucker said, fuck around and find out, Biden. And then he signed a fucking piece of blank paper saying, guess what? We recognize those motherfuckers as fucking little ass countries of their own, and we're going to defend their asses if they need help. So, yeah, he just, that motherfucker just said, gotcha, bitch. Played Hungry Hippos and grabbed those motherfuckers and said, mine now, bitch. And what do we do?
Well, what do you want us to do? Well, what would you think would be the proper thing to do? Really?
What do I think what the U.S. response should be?
Mm-hmm.
Mind our own fucking business. Mind our own fucking business. All right. Let the UN handle that bullshit. Let the European Union handle that bullshit. It's not our fucking job to go and police the motherfucking area. It's not. We got enough problems as it is here in the United States to be worried about another motherfucking country. Russia's gonna do what Russia's gonna do. You know, I even heard some shit. They were trying to blame it on Trump, bro. They were trying to go back and say, "Oh, it's Trump's fault because the like really." Come on, MSNBC, you stretching that bitch out. But no, you know,
fuckers.
Whoever's in fucking charge, they're the ones that fucking take the. I think, in my opinion, mind our own fucking business. All right, there's a European Union there for a reason. You know, they're afraid of the fucking Russians with their outdated motherfucking munitions and their fucking hundreds of thousands of fucking. Bro,
listen, you got it. Their fucking super hypersonic weapons are not outdated.
I'm just saying. The European Union should be able to handle that business. It's none of ours.
Should,
you know what I'm
saying? NATO has a heavy presence over there anyway. They should be able to. I don't think that we should. I think that we are doing the right things as far as sending defensive capabilities over there, man. Like I don't think like Russia's been bullying motherfuckers for years. Like the javelins, we've been sending them shit ton of javelins over there. Like the javelins will fuck up their tanks, but.
Yeah,
I don't want to see American troops involved.
Exactly. We just got out of a 20-year fucking piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? We're barely getting fucking over this one, you know, and honestly, it's just not worth it for us. You know, it isn't. It's the European Union's fucking problem. Handle your business. You know, I think we need to focus on our own fucking home. You know, how can you fix up somebody else's house if you ain't taking care of your own first? That's just my opinion. So
I think too, it's going to be a cat. I do think if it does escalate, despite China saying that they do recognize Ukraine having their own sovereignty. I was talking to another friend of the podcast, lives same city as you.
Word.
And we were talking about that. He was like, man, fuck China. You know what I'm saying? That's the front. Look what they're doing to Taiwan. Don't believe shit they say. I was like, yeah, you're right. You absolutely right. But I do believe that if it happens, China's going to use that as an excuse to go ahead and try to fuck up Taiwan. And then they just sent like a couple of jets not too long ago, last month, danger close in their airspace.
You know what's crazy, man? I mean, if they really wanted to fuck us over, they could do so on 3 different fronts: Korea, China, Ukraine, and Russia, and Europe. We'd be spread thin. So I hope that answers y'all question. To the person that fucking sent in, I appreciate your your question. Another one wanted us to discuss what were some of our favorite shenanigans that we did out in the field. In other words, what type of you know what? Fuck it. Let's go ahead and do it, man. We're gonna come back. We're gonna circle back to y'all, motherfucker. You know what? We'll ask these on the TikTok.
Yeah, I don't even think it's still not gonna let me go live. It says
due to violations and shit.
Yeah, it should because it's already past 1300. Like, nah, this motherfucker's gonna let me go live, man.
It ain't.
It's about to.
Oh, okay, too easy.
So, no, it's still not.
Damn.
See if I can view these details.
Well, while he's viewing the details.
Behavior.
And again, that was my fault, you know, and eventually if my TikTok grows enough, I'd love to go fucking live. Apparently you can't go live until you have like X amount of motherfucking followers. So go on to the fucking Tickety Talks and follow me. I think it's on the Gunline podcast or OTGL podcast. I'm not really 200% sure on that, but one of the other questions that we received was how did we entertain ourselves out in the field? Oh, not in the field, on deployments. So my bad, man. My bad. To the listeners out there, my apologies. This would have been a good fucking segment. But next week, hopefully we'll be good, right?
Yeah, it should be.
And if not, we'll do it on fucking Facebook next week.
Okay, so you figured how to do that out?
Fuck no, man. I don't know how to do that.
Oh, but I can go live on Facebook.
Right. That's all I'm saying, man.
Matter of fact, we can do this shit.
Let's see if we can try that out. But so how did we entertain ourselves during deployment? That's a very, very good question. Well, we would wake up early in the morning and then go on mission. And then when we got back, we played a lot of Halo on my first deployment. Because I remember Weimert, had the PlayStation. Oh, not the PlayStation. What the fuck that shit called?
Xbox.
Xbox. Yeah, and so he was fucking connecting Xbox with other Xboxes, and everybody was connecting their Xbox, and we're playing Halo. There was a lot of Halo being played, and a lot of porn being watched. You know, what did you? How did you entertain yourselves, man?
First, so we're talking about that first, man. Huh?
On your first deployment, how did you guys entertain yourselves?
Oh, that shit was horrible, man. Like, it was just us. So, like, well, we had like the portable DVDs and shit. So we got like the little Haji movies of that. That's why I learned how to play chess and shit. Yeah, man. But on that deployment with y'all, man, it was pretty much the same thing. You know, except that time, you know, I was advanced, had my little TV and shit. Bought the little Haji shop that was right there. Everybody's always getting the DVDs and shit. So yes, we bought it right there, man. And you know, another game loved to play was Risk. Loved to play Risk. Played Risk a lot. Risk and Monopoly would start some fights. You always get hit some of them shits, man.
Well, I mean, I think that one thing we learned was you and boxing don't go very well.
That shoulder was.
That shoulder was like dislocated like a motherfucker.
Yeah, man, tried to hit him with that Ryu.
That's another thing we would do. We would have fights, you know, not fights per se, but you know, we would have boxing matches. You know, it depends. Not everybody's deployment, you know, was equally the same. So I mean, you had other motherfuckers that were probably out on cops that didn't have shit. You know, they were on a fucking OP somewhere. We happened to be lucky and we're in the old Bath fucking party house or palace. So it was pretty fucking cool. And we had a gym down there and all that good shit. So, you know, how about you, my listeners out there, man? How did you guys fucking entertain yourselves? Aside from the usual porn and the dude, I'll tell you what, the Haji shop, they got me, bro. I went to buy that movie. I think it was called it was the United Flight about 9/11, like Flight 93.
Fahrenheit 9/11 or
huh?
Was it Fahrenheit 9/11?
That's what ended up. No, it wasn't Fahrenheit 9/11 that was in it, but it was a fucking conspiracy theory fucking video on there, man.
What the fuck was that shit?
I don't know.
I know what you're talking about. That conspiracy theory shit,
man.
It
had some Alex Jones shit on there. It was telling me about fucking how the government brought down the buildings and shit. I'm like, my eyes are just like, what the fuck? Yeah. Dude, and I'm like, I wanted to see fucking, you know, this movie about 9/11, but now you're showing me how 9/11 happened. Damn, that's fucking
crazy, right? Because God damn it, it's gonna bug me until I figure out the name of that movie. But it's crazy because, you know, seeing where we bought the actual movie, they were like, oh, you thought you couldn't see this shit? About a site? You ain't gonna learn about what we did, y'all, motherfuckers.
Hell no, we're gonna tell you what the CIA did actually.
Yeah. Yeah, this is me just still trying to see if I can. Yeah, it's definitely. I think it's just definitely gonna have to be next week for sure, man.
Yeah, man. We'll just do it next week, bro. It's all good because it's fucking up the audio too. So next week for sure, listeners, make sure you're at 7:45 Central Time listening or going to King Virgo TikTok. King Virgo 82 TikTok. All right, and that way we'll go ahead and have our conversations there and talk. I'm hearing my echo for some reason. Anyways, so with that said, another one of the.
Okay, they're coming out. How's sound? I know it's probably loud as fuck.
Oh no, you sound better.
Okay.
You just ain't gotta talk so loud. But with that said, another one of the questions that we got out there, man, was let's see. Okay, back to the favorite shenanigans and shit out in the fucking field. Like, what was some of the shit that like fuck games per se? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know if it's fuck games, but I do remember this one thing. Like, man, we had to, and not so much even the field. I'm gonna take it back to when we had Blackgate Guard. Right, one of the games we used to play was like, you got to name movies all the way from A to Z. Name a movie that starts from A to Z. So one way to try to stay awake.
Okay, so that goes back to how we kept ourselves entertained. So this question is, what kind of shit that we used to pull on other motherfuckers, like practical joke type shit. So for example, one of the field artillery's most famous tests is what?
The boom test.
A motherfucking boom test, baby.
I got in trouble by a certain first sergeant.
No.
For
Oh man, this motherfucker froze on us. God damn it. Oh
man, I froze.
All right, there you go. Now you good. You need man, come on now. Let's go, T-Mobile. We're working.
Yeah, right.
So a certain first sergeant that became a sergeant major. I know who you're talking about already.
Yeah. Got pissed at me, man, because like I told McBride to go get some shit. And like he just got in my ass. I was all type of piece of shit NCOs. I was like, damn, man.
You know what? He's retired now. His name rhymes with lanyard. And
he's a cool dude, man. I talked to him. That's obviously when he retired. Talked to him, kicked it with him. Kind of got in some trouble. He had my back on some shit while he was still the first sergeant.
Oh, that's what's up.
So, but yeah, man. But he still got my ass for that shit.
Oh, dude, like when 582 went to replace us over there at Fob Gamberry, in Afghanistan, they came to.
Yeah.
They came to replace us over there in 2012. Go figure. Every time I got replaced was by y'all motherfuckers. But,
yeah, that's weird.
But yeah, so he shows up and like, oh, there's that young private I was telling you about that I had back in the day in my unit, in the private. It's Staff Sergeant Lopez. I think he was a sergeant major already at that time too.
Yeah, he was. He was a sergeant major.
Yeah, man. I mean, he was a pretty cool cat, man. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, he used to, for a little ass dude, he was an intimidating motherfucker, man.
Yeah,
he got that little sergeant, little man complex going. That's why, you know, he is what Cruz would have turned into if Cruz had stayed on the gun line. It was stayed in.
Hell yeah, definitely would have been Cruz.
Hey, was it him that would have that little spit that would talk with us?
Yeah.
With us out?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I remember Smoke Norwood would have that shit too when he would be chewing us out.
Yeah, when he get a little bit too mad, start foaming at the mouth. God
damn. God damn, man. That's what I like about these questions, man. You know, sometimes they help us like reminisce on shit that we ain't thought about in a while. Another question was, how were nicknames thought up? I don't remember anyone having really nicknames except for my chief, which was Tank. That was about it. Other than that,
no one could pronounce K-Wall's name, so it was just K-Wall or K.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's because, you know, shit, Smoke Norwood called him Kawasaki.
Like, funniest shit. I know I'm going off real quick, right? The funniest shit would be between him and Cruz. Like, just their fucking competition, man. That shit was like the funniest shit ever. Either who had the shiniest boots or whatever, whose uniform looked the best.
The funniest shit was when Kowalski would go on fucking Freeman. We ain't talking about Freeman in a long time on here. So
the free bots gonna come get
free bots, baby. Oh man, if you're a long time listener, you know who Freeman was. Freeman was one of the privates that was with me, and this gentleman had a fucking book about creating robots for war. They were called the free bots. All right. This is the only person that comes in late to work because he was randomed at the gate, yet the motherfucker lived on post. This is the only motherfucker that comes to work with oh my god, what was it? With boots?
Boots for PT. Bro, I feel bad for this dude. Like, man, listen, I know I've been in a situation where I had to, you know, kind of move out one spot, move to another, and I had to get my shit together.
Yeah.
But Buddy literally had his third row van seat in his fucking trailer as a couch. I'm like, bro, you living bad, guy.
Motherfucker go AWOL while living on post.
Man, Free Block did some kind of all type of shit, man.
Yeah.
Another case probably this shit not concentrating.
That motherfucker was fucking special. Goddamn, it pisses me off, man, because honestly, that was a lot of my time that I was gonna try to suck up with was gonna be with like these questions would have been perfect for the TikTok. So I want y'all to keep bringing them on so we could ask them on the TikTok and we could get that interaction with each other. You know what I'm saying?
That live interaction and whatnot.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's what we need, I think. And dude, another question that came in from the comments is they wanted us to talk about this one's a bit on the deep side, which always should be first and foremost for anybody that's having any fucking mental health issues. And that's, during your transition out, set yourself some real expectations and seek the help that you need if you need it. Okay. Don't be one of those fucking pussies that go out there and just clog up the VA system because you want to get paid. Actually, don't be an asshole that makes it difficult for that homeless vet. You know what I'm saying? That's trying to get the help. That's all. Take care of your mental health.
2 stories real quick.
Go ahead, baby.
There's a guy on TikTok I follow. His name is Uncommon Breed. I think we talked about him before.
Yeah.
Man, if you have time, go look at what he just posted, man, about that, because he said something the same thing. Like I said, dude is total badass anyway. Like, bro. Yeah. But he was like, there's people that legit, went to basic or whatever, got out, got hurt, and are getting 80, 90%. He was like, that's the people I'm talking about. He's like, people that have actually been in for a long time, that medical records show that they are hurt. They got like MRIs, x-rays, and show like, there's been, they have degenerated, their discs are fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's fucked up. They had to have, knee surgery while they were in. He's like, people like that, he's not talking to, that had to get the med boards because of their bodies just broke on them. Right. He's like, I'm talking about them day one privates that came in here and was like, oh, I have a plan. I'm going to use this and whatever. Right. But listen, like you said, man, get the help. Yep. Nothing wrong with it at all, man. There was a general. Can't remember his name, man. Remember that it was years and years ago, man, that mortar hit on in Missoula at that defect.
Oh no, that was a suicide bomber in the defect, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. And the general talked about how that fucked him up and how he had to go get help, man. There's no shame in getting help, man.
There isn't. There's
shame. Like, if you don't get help, you're gonna just fuck yourself up. You're gonna fuck your career up.
Yep.
Like just get the help. If you need help, get the fucking help straight up.
Look, man. I've been fucking open about this shit. I started fucking going to group therapy. I go every Thursday, 2:00 in the afternoon. It's while I'm at work. The VA has shit to help you out, man. You know what I mean? If you don't want to fucking do that, it might take some time to get you in with a one-on-one. But honestly, this group shit, I think, is better for me at this time, because what I'm getting out of it personally, is I get to talk with other veterans. And it's funny because I'm better at giving them, like advice or, different points of views than I am at taking it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't I take my own fucking advice? I mentioned that, to my shrink, and I was like, dude, she's fucking fine as fuck too, dog. Oh my gosh. Hi, wife. I was just talking about you. Whatever. What's up? What's you up for? She just threw my fucking pack of Newports at me.
I didn't see it. Didn't see nothing.
She's spousal abusing me. But yeah. So, anyways. All right. What's up? I was talking about how beautiful you were. Wasn't I just saying about how beautiful this woman was?
He was talking about like how beautiful you are and how thankful he is.
Thank you. Oh, that's too bad. I'm wearing the headphones. Yeah. Anyways, all right. Off the gun line. I already had one woman on the gun line this week. I'm joking. All right, thank you, hon. But probably about another 15. I know. Just give me 15 more minutes. All right. You still getting my money? I miss the deployments just as much as usual. And they wonder why we miss being deployed. But yeah, man. That fucking doctor was fine as fuck, dog. God, she is pretty. She's got a pretty face, young.
Lynn probably got an ear up to the door right now.
Yeah, but she still think I'm talking about her, so it's all good. But nah, man, the cool thing is there's about 8 of us that show up, and we just talk shit. There's not like a topic that we have, which I thought it was gonna be more like that. Like, here's a topic, let's discuss this. This is more about, she's making you analyze shit, and I don't like it personally because I've already gone through that type of treatment. It's called something behavioral treatment. Cognitive, I think it is, something like that. And I did that already, and it wasn't my cup of tea, but I'm not gonna ruin it for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I gotta keep this going because I gotta fucking prove to the VA that I am trying to get fucking help. You know what I'm saying? So also, that just take care of your mentals, man, and don't rely on alcohol. Lean on your fucking battles. Lean on your fucking homies. I know myself, along with Hunt, along with Kowalczyk, along with Dowden, Moya, a lot of my old friends, we still keep in contact by text message, and I haven't text messaged Moya in a while, and just out of nowhere, I just decided to hit him up. Like, hey, man, how you doing today? What's been good with you? You know what I'm saying? Just to catch up. Just to fucking catch up, man. But
yeah, I talked to Diaz not too long ago.
Word. He actually hit me up too. He called me while I was asleep though, so I couldn't answer. But yeah, how's that fool doing?
Good, man. He's good, man. I talk to Gonzo pretty regularly.
Right on. And Diaz sent me some pictures too, man. Those are pretty fucking badass. I appreciate that, Diaz. I know we're talking about people y'all don't have no idea about. So
yeah, just throwing random names out there.
Yeah, they're just fucking random ass names. The only one random name that I want to fucking hit me up, Thrillkill. Brandon Thrillkill. Hit me up, brother. Let's get on this podcast and let's catch up. There's a lot of motherfuckers that want to get to catch up with you, see how you're doing. I do have an awesome shoot the shit coming up. So for my listeners out there, this week's shoot the shit will be with my first ever female 13 banger. She will be.
That's gonna be dope.
It was something. I don't know if dope is the name because I recorded it last night. So, long story short, she hit me up after listening to the last one I did with Urena, and I think that all spun off from the previous midweek memo where you and I got I got a little bit over fucking excited and got you suspended, but no, she reached out to me on the fucking on the Facebook and on the Gunline podcast Facebook page. Go make sure you go ahead and like it. And and she reached out and asked me, and said, hey, I'd like to come on there with a friend, female 13 bangers. I want to go ahead and talk to you about your fucked up views or something like that. Like she didn't say fucked up views. She used a different word, like like political word, like messed up. Well, I can't remember what word it was. And I was like, no doubt. And I was like, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? I have. Why am I not going to have her on the line? You know what I'm saying? So she came on last night. We were actually just going to test it to see if a Zoom was going to work. And one thing led to another and boom. So, yeah, this weekend, look out for that podcast with Sergeant Jordan Wallace. She is now out of the fucking out of the Army. And she's going to tell us her story of joining the Army, being in the fucking military as a 13 Bravo, the shit that she saw, the treatment, and, the ups and downs of it. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a good story at the end of the day. Did she change my mind about my views? I guess y'all have to find out or watch it, man.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. But after that one, the following week, I got another shoot the shit for anybody that was in 277 FA back in 2005.
Oh, man.
2006. If y'all remember, there was one very highly spiritual, God-fearing NCO who was quoted as saying, Jesus doesn't go out to the field. Sergeant Landis will join us on the gun line. I'll be interviewing him this weekend, and I'll be dropping that out the following weekend. So
Oh, K Wall's favorite nightmare.
Oh yeah, Kowalski. But you know what? That's another NCO that was great. And
Oh yeah.
it just shows you how leadership makes great leadership because his chief was my chief, Sergeant Taylor. So Staff Sergeant Taylor brought up fucking, old Chuck Landis. You know what I'm saying? So just greatness makes greatness. You know what I mean? And we just had great fucking NCOs, man. Great fucking NCOs that took care of us. As long as you weren't a shitbag. Because if you were a shitbag, they would try to smoke you to get right. And if you didn't get right by getting smoked, there's only one other fucking what's the word I'm looking for?
Corrective training.
There's only one other alternative. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Bye, motherfuckers. So, dude, I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna shoot this out to this will be a good topic, I guess, if anybody wants to give us any feedback or let us know. How do we feel about people that go AWOL during time of war or people that what's called desertion, right? Wasn't that punishable by death at one time?
Yeah, I think that was especially during the height of the
Like
World Wars. Yeah, the World Wars. I don't know if they kill anybody, but listen, there's no need to desert, man. Like, be a deserter. War's scary. Being deployed for the first time is scary as fuck. I don't care who you are.
Yep.
It's nerve-wracking.
And the second and the third.
Yeah.
It's just not as scary, but your odds of getting fucked up have gone down that much more. Shit.
Yeah, there's no need for it. Like, you knew what you signed up for.
Yep.
Yeah, just
now I think
your higher being, whoever you believe in, pray that you come back and get out.
How many atheists became motherfucking God-fearing people when we deployed? I swear to God, I saw so many people that I'd never seen pray in their life. We be in the defect, motherfuckers praying before they eating.
Yeah.
Okay, motherfucker. Now, right? Motherfucker, weren't you walking around with like fucking satanic shit all over you?
Yeah.
Now you talk about Bible thumping? Come on now. But
where's this come from, bro?
Oh, well, I'm gonna give some replies as to what are things people would change from the Army. All right, we're gonna end it with that for tonight. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's cool, man.
That was the last thing we had talked about on the last fucking podcast, and I asked for your feedback. You brought it back to me, and if y'all got more, keep on sending it. What's one thing you would bring back or change in the military? All right, so one that I heard was getting the shit smoked for hours. He says he would love to see that come back, and he has a story to go with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and fucking go ahead and read that real quick. All right, if y'all just bear with me, I'm not the greatest motherfucking reader here, but let's see. This came from one of our listeners from the Instagram, and I appreciate you for sending this, man. I made sure I asked him if it was cool for me to read it too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to read y'all shit on here without asking you first if it's cool. So anyways, he said, hey, in terms of the shit they should do to fix the Army, bring back getting the shit smoked out of you for hours. I was a knucklehead when I first got to my unit. Showed up late to a Saturday detail once because I was hammered and slept through my alarm. That Sunday, I got the shit smoked out of me for like 8 hours. And let me tell you, in the long run, that shit helps square you away better than Article 15 if you're all jacked up. And, I want to agree with that. I think that if smoking the fuck out of somebody doesn't get somebody right, some people need that, some people need that type of fucking motivation. They
need that tough love.
Yeah, man. Especially knuckleheaded motherfuckers,
They should smoke you. I think that smoking should come back. Just make sure they have some water. Make sure they have a water source there.
Right. I mean, we all knew what we were getting into? Hell, some of it was because of that. We joined because of that. You know what I mean? Like,
for a discipline.
We wanted to be tough, right? We see that shit and we wanted to be tough. So that would be one of the things to be brought back. Another one was, and I love this one, bro. I fucking love this one. But he says, go back to BDUs.
That'll make a lot of people have to tighten up. Well, they already got the picket rings. They might as well go back to the BDUs.
Go back to BDUs, iron, starch, and shined boots, bro. And then he ended it by saying, the best damn feeling in the world was putting on that fresh uniform. No lies detected. Bro, I remember putting my arms through that motherfucker. You just hear, you know what I'm saying?
The best thing was getting that day off, that Monday off.
Oh my God. Funny story about that shit, man. One day I remember for Smoke Norwood's Monday motherfucking morning, he starts asking, pulling motherfuckers out like, hey, what's the tolerance on the infrared micrometer test? What's this? What's that? You know what I'm saying? And I remember he picked me and he asked me a question. I got out there. So he would pick one out of each section, right? And then he goes up and he starts asking a question like current event, right? So he's like, Lopez, what you got for a current event? Like, Britney Spears is pregnant. That motherfucker, what you say, Britney? Get your ass back in there. I should have said something about the Cowboys. I would have day off. You know what I'm saying?
I would definitely love for Smoke to come on here.
I would love that. Smoke Norwood, if you ever listen to this shit, you are one beloved man on this podcast. When me and Kowalczyk would discuss you, it's like we always talked about how you were a very tough but very fair man. You know what I'm saying? And we'd follow you, brother. We'd follow you, because, stay alert, stay alive, stay alert, stay alive. And even though that one time we're getting ready to go to the fucking field and you were telling us about nozzle awareness on our M16s, and then you just happen to tell us, make sure we know where we're pointing it. You then grab the M16 and say, you understand? You understand? You understand? While pointing the motherfucking nozzle at us. Oh, Smoke Norwood, man. You can't make that shit up, bro. Get to know him is to love him is to know him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So my question for y'all out there, it ties into the desertion. Should we bring public executions back? I know that we had this discussion a while ago, but I don't think I had enough listeners back then. I'm a big proponent to bringing back the fucking hanging, especially like in a public square. Hell yeah. Quartering and drawing them like they did fucking William Wallace, Braveheart. Let's do it. Especially if they're fucking child molesters and rapists.
Yeah, they're mom.
Do it. Put that shit on pay-per-view. Do it. I'll say I am down like Charlie Brown. What do y'all think? Let us know here on the Gunline. Make sure y'all go and like King Virgo 82 at TikTok.com. Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Really? That's how it works?
Yeah, TikTok. If they got TikTok, then just search King Virgo 82.
There you go. Search King Virgo 82. Search the OTGL podcast somehow. I don't know how the fuck it. Just look for it. It'll be on there somewhere. And then I think that's all I got, bro.
What about to your left?
Yeah, good call out. Hey, you know what? We can't fucking say rounds complete until we show off one of the best, if not the best, fucking handmade motherfucking rounds ever made. This is a 105 made out of fucking wood. All right. Not no motherfucking pressed particle board, not no motherfucking plastic, not no fucking 3D printer. This is made by hand on one of those spinny thingies that homeboy goes with. And dude, this is beautiful. And he fucking customs it. And you can find this at redlegcustomwoodworks.com, or just look up Red Leg Custom Woodworks on fucking Facebook, on the IGs. Bro, that man is on it like Charlie Brown. He has very, very good prices for the work that he does. And he tries to keep it, there, because he does it out of love for the hobby, as well as love for the artillery, in the military. So, and also before I go, if you are in the Southeast Texas area, all right, y'all need to go visit my homeboy's motherfucking barbecue joint. All right. This motherfucking place, it's called, I'll tell you in a second. I'm an asshole. It's called Jimmy Nick's. All right. Jimmy Nick's is in Southeast Texas. And fucking, they got some great motherfucking. I see somebody laughing here. I got to know why now. Jimmy Nick's. But anyways, go check out Jimmy Nicks. Great motherfucking local business, veteran owned, great fucking barbecue. All right.
Yeah, I'm saying that, like, I want to go check out the barbecue too, man. Like, I don't know who's doing this.
I seen you laughing. What were you talking about?
No, just the last name, Jimmy.
Oh no, you know what's funny is, it's called Jimmy Nicks. So I guess maybe like Ruth's Chris. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, I thought you were talking about that one motherfucker that they gave him like $5 for a shout out for that food named Nick.
Yeah, no, fuck that. Yeah. Is he gonna give you some like free biscuit for the shout out? Don't hit me up the biscuit and real smoke. I'll shout him out on TikTok.
Nah, but my homeboy Jimmy Nicks, he's my homie, man. He's I've known him for a hot minute. And he hit me up on the side. He wants to slap on like a sticker from on the Gunline on his fucking on his veteran owned fucking trailer. So yeah, man, so that's why I want to give him some love too. You know what I'm saying? So hey, if you got a fucking something you want me to fucking plug out here, bro, hit me up. I'm all about veterans supporting veterans, bro. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like, bro, it ain't like I got a fucking 1,000 followers. You know what I mean? I ain't the Joe Rogan of the artillery.
Yet.
I will get there, especially when I start saying controversial shit, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's been a pleasure as always. My old lady's already bitching at me. Check out this fucking weekend shoot the shit though. Honestly, it was a really good episode. We had a good conversation. I gave her my point of views as to why I don't agree with females in the military, or not in the military, I'm sorry, in combat arms. And she gave me her views of why I was wrong. And at the end of the day, my mind is not going to get changed. But let me just stress this out there. I need to stress this point because I don't think you guys are getting this. I might not agree with it, but I still respect it. All right. I still am proud seeing that there's female gunslingers out there. It's cool to see that, I never said y'all couldn't do it. I just say y'all shouldn't do it. And I know that she used a big word on me, juxtaposition. I don't know what the fuck that means. I'm a 13 Bravo from the ghetto. So I know I could barely pronounce that shit. So anyways, check out that fucking podcast this week and it'll be out there. Okay. With that being said, rounds complete. Give me 1 second. Are we going on TikTok or what are you talking about?
No, I got a call.
Oh, okay. Too easy. With that said, all right, Hunt, I appreciate you being on here, baby. You have yourself a good night. Rounds complete. Intermission. Gun line out. Bye, motherfuckers.